Hey everyone, and welcome back to House Flipper. I hope you've all been well. Now those of you who are observant will notice that this is not our usual starting angle, and that's because I may have been a bit sneaky since last week's episode, in that behind me I'm hiding a bit of a surprise. But you're going to have to bear with me while I keep you in suspense just a moment longer, as I'm going to talk to you today about today's challenge, which is a little bit different from last week's challenge as it doesn't involve colours. However, it does involve pushing me outside of my comfort zone, which is taking forever to place every single little detail. So without further ado, shall we get to it? I'm not sure which to do first, whether to reveal the camp or to go into full detail. Oh, you know what? I'll reveal what I've done to our office and talk to you at the same time. So this is our new home, as you can tell. It's got brand new walls and windows. The floor underneath I've painted as well to make it all match. We've even got a new wood veranda at the top. And even better yet, our stairs are finally clean for a change. That's not the only difference this week. I'll start with the outside. Our lights, they do change, and I love how they have like different volumes, brightness. That really just makes me happy, just to be able to set it as like a medium or like a low. But yeah, this is our new outdoor porch compared to what it looked like before, and these light up. And you know what's even better? This fire bit turns on, so you can enjoy a nice toasty fire and you can sit in the chair and enjoy the view, which is great. I mean, I just get so enthusiastic about all these little details. They even changed the table and gave us some new plants. And this is Mr. Owley. He's Mr. Sloth's best friend. But I couldn't place Mr. Slothy because I don't have any sloth themed items. So sadness forever, but you do what you do. But yeah, should we go inside and show you the inside? So I may have been a bit cheeky the other week. I wasn't feeling too clever, so I just decided, you know what, I'll come on to House Flipper. I don't want to record because my voice and throat was all sore. So I was like, I'll come on and I'm just going to flip my office so that when I come back, I have something that I can show you all. So this is why it's changed, but this is our lovely little dining area. It's no longer an empty hallway with a laptop on the floor. We've got a little washing area, and this is our kitchen. It's quite small and compact, but it has a good bit of storage and has everything you need, like a hob and a dishwasher and a sink and so on. And just over here is the fridge. Next, I'm going to take you into this room. This was initially a bedroom, but I've now changed it into a very bright sitting room with a built-in fire because I am a sucker for a log burner. If there's a log burner in a game, I'm 100% turning it on, and I'm 100% having it. Like, I just love them. They're so like cute, and they put out so much heat. Don't ask me why it's blue there. Well, actually, I can tell you why it's blue up there. This game has this one feature which does get on my nerves ever so slightly, which is if you're painting the outside, sometimes you can accidentally paint the indoor ceiling. So I'm hoping they fix that at some point. And this is a window. Obviously, in real life, you wouldn't open it so far that it, you know, clips through the rails, but who am I to judge physics in the game? I think the game's crashed. Oh, no, it was just saving. It does that. It stops working entirely when it's trying to save. But yeah, this is the sitting room for our lovely TV. It's not a massive one, but it fits into the space, which I think is cute, and I quite like that clock, and you got the lights and stuff. So yeah, as you can tell, I've gone for a very bright coloured theme in this room, just because I think I have a habit of doing like a lot of like whites without much colour. So this is the best aerial view I can give you of the space. And we've got a cute little plant in the corner. Come down off the sofa, stop being weird. But yeah, you even got a little like sitting area where you can sit and put your feet up. Because those are the best. You have like a little ottoman to put your feet on. It's like, ah. And this is going to be our lovely bathroom. Now, I've kept this pretty much the same in that this was initially a bathroom when I first did the place, but we've got a little walk-in shower here. Now, again, if I had things my way, I'd put this like a half an inch down or whatever, so that it was you know, a little dip, so that the water wouldn't, you know, flow everywhere. But I don't know if there's a way to do that in this game, or if there is, I haven't found it yet. Got lovely little bit of shelves, and I love this deep freestanding bath. I could just imagine like having all the bath bombs in this bath. But yeah, and then over here I added in a window which you can't see much out of, unfortunately, as in it goes all foggy. You got a decent view when you get close enough to it, but the game can be a bit finicky about the glass working sometimes, so you know, this is the best I can do view-wise, unfortunately. But yeah, you got everything you could need in this bathroom. Yes, I admit that it's small, but what can you do? I mean, I would not be complaining if I got a separate bathroom shower in a bathroom. And then, yeah, we've got our lovely lights. I don't know what that is. I didn't add it in. I think it's some sort of vent. And then a cupboard for a bit of storage. All your shampoo bottles and towels and stuff. And even got a toilet brush, which is great. And yes, some more storage up here in the mirrors. I am aware that you can't see. I did try and put some of them here, which I would do if this was like, you know, actual life. I'd put a bit more down here, but it wouldn't seem to work very well for me, so I just kind of left it as was. Either that, or we're just very, very short. We have to get like a little footstool to stand on, which is quite accurate to my life. I am a small human. I'm not tall at all. I'm like trying to do parkour to reach the top shelves in supermarkets and stuff, so I'm far too used to it. But this room is the room I'm most excited to show you in here, simply because it's such a big difference from what it was like before. So without further ado, we're gonna have to open these doors. Leave your suspense a second longer. Okay, so this is our official like office and bedroom space. So we've got a lovely little seating area here. We have a chess table, and this does turn on and off, so you can have the pieces on display or not, but I've gone for like pink chess pieces because, you know, make it all cute. And we've got access to the outside, so we can easily get out here and also let some air into the room. And then, I'm not very good at doing the panning shots, but yeah, this is kind of the space. So I'll show you this bit over here. We've got an absolutely ginormous bed, which I'm so happy about. As you can see, I've gone for a bit of a purpley theme, purpley pink theme. I thought I'd embrace some femininity for a change. And we've got a lovely little TV on the end of the bed. Now, ideally, if it was me, I wouldn't have a TV on the end of my bed, just simply because I would never leave my bed if there was a TV in my bedroom. But yeah, I thought I didn't have much to fill the space, and it kind of provides a bit of separation. So this is kind of like a separate area that you can sit to use to enjoy the views all around, you know. So I thought it would be better to use a TV there. But yeah, we've got plenty of storage and space. I really wanted to fill like this barn cupboard with stuff, but the game again can be a little bit finicky in that it won't let you put things in there sometimes, which is not always the best. We've got a giant clock, which I think is dead cute with the sunset. I think it's part of like the vampire decor, and it's just adorable. So yeah, we got plenty of storage as well, and I included these cupboards are custom. You've probably seen me use them in other builds, but yeah, because of their ability to, you know, be changed to fit almost any space, it makes them really, really handy for like building wardrobes, so you've got places to hang things up and stuff. Plenty of storage for makeup, a little like area here. My only gripe, other than this, oh, hang on, I'll get onto my only gripe in a minute. This is our little office space and our actual laptop that we're going to use, obviously, that you see in every episode. But my only gripe with this game is these cupboards. As you can see, they open the wrong way. Now, if it were up to me, I would 100% flip them round so that they open, so the top opened up towards the wall, well, the ceiling, I should say. It's not a wall. But I can't seem to get them to flip round, to stay that way round. So unfortunately they open the wrong way, but that's my only real complaint at the moment. And in this cupboard I've got a little mouse and a laptop, which I did initially have on the desk, but then I realised that we needed to be adults and put our working laptop on there, not the gaming one instead. Got a little printer down here and a computer. So yeah, I've gone for a very purpley pink theme and then tried to neutralise it out with some lighter toned woods and some white as well, so it's not too much on the eyes. But in case you couldn't tell, purple is actually my favourite colour. I'm not always so keen on pink, but I thought this time I'll give it a go. Again, trying to like vary up my builds a bit, but you have to tell me what you think of my office, whether or not you like what I've done with the place, or you think it's too much, or you think it's too girly, or what you would do different. I mean, I quite like it, so it's going to be very hard to change your mind, but I always look forward to hearing people's opinions of things. However, I've rabbited on enough about the place. I did promise that I'd tell you about the challenge while I was also doing that, but I've forgotten as per usual. But today's challenge is something that's quite simple. And it's simply a time challenge. It was something that I've always struggled with because on average my builds could take like 5-6 hours. So I thought this week I'd try and do a challenge where I had to complete a build within like an hour, and then no matter what state it is, and I have to sell it in that state. Let me just get up the houses so we can see which one we're going to be doing today to give you plenty of time to get acquainted with it. So we're going to go onto the full purchase page. So we've already done the first office and the camping bungalows. So the next one on the list is the burned house. I'll read the property description in a minute. So yeah, for this challenge, I've got to try and flip this entire house. Exterior as in like the walls on the outside and cleaning it, and interior. I'm not going to include the time for mowing the lawn because again, as you can see, it doesn't have the flower on it. So all I do for flipping the houses in general, if they don't have the flower, is just mow the lawn. So I will not be including that in the time, as technically that's the garden and not the house itself. I'm also not going to include time for when I am putting in all of the appliances like the washing machine or the radiators, just because they can be quite slow and tedious, and sometimes the game can be a little bit glitchy as well, in that you're hovering over something and you're pressing for it to do and it doesn't do it. So what this time is going to be included for is like cleaning the place up, placing all the furniture, and you know, painting the walls and changing the windows, that kind of stuff. Not the outsides like the garden, and not the appliances like fixing them to the wall. Now I think you've all stared at this for quite long enough, so let me just read the property description for those of you who are listening to this and not looking at the screen. So this is a 4-roomed house, which is brilliant because, as we all know by now, if you've checked out episode 1 and 2, I have a certain set plan for what counts as a home, because every time I flip a house, it's with the idea of making it a home, in which case it needs to include 4 rooms, which this one does have 4 rooms, so I can accommodate that. And those 4 rooms are a kitchen, at least 1 bathroom, 1 bedroom, and a living room or lounge or sitting room, whatever you want to call it. In this game, they classify it as a living room, so we're going to go with living room. It's just a little bit unfortunate that this house has been turned into charcoal. But here is the property description. It's quite short and sweet. I will sell for renovation. The previous owner wasn't a very mindful person. The house has 2 rooms, a kitchen and a bathroom. So, as you can see down here, it's given us some quick little snapshots. We've all seen the outside one, but that's the front door. This is the interior. And this is also the interior. Oh God, look at that bathroom. That is just... That is some mess. I don't want to know if that's all just fire damage or if there's some kind of other damage. But I don't think I actually own this property. Let me just have a look through all the ones I do own. No, I have 2 camping bungalows, but only one. I have none of the burned house. So the first time ever in the series thus far, I'm actually going to have to buy a house because I don't already own it. You know, I mean, I'm really short for cash, so this is going to be a stretch to buy this house. But without further ado, should I get us to the property so that we can all stop being in such suspense? Okay, and here we are. Apparently we've already been here for 10 seconds, but we absolutely haven't been, because I've literally only just seen the house. But we all know the drill by now. I'm going to do the before tour so we can all see what's going on. And next I'm going to mow the lawn. And then after I've mown the lawn, I will put a timer on my phone for 1 hour. I'm not going to touch anything like this, because I'm going to class like this section as like the house itself. But yeah, I'll put a timer on my phone for 1 hour, which you might hear it go off during the video, so I apologise in advance for that. So that I can stick to the time that I've said. And then it will also mean that once I've mowed the lawn, it'll be easy to tell what time I'm starting from and what time I actually finished the renovation. Then as per usual, I'll speed through the renovations so we can all get to the bit that we're here for, which is the after tour, so we can all see what it looks like once I've done it and if it is actually in a sellable way. And then finally, I'll do the market description and also put the place up for sale, so we'll see who's willing to take it in whatever state it's in. But for now, I think that's enough waffling for me. I think it's time we get on with the before tour. Okay, so as per usual, I'm going to go around the outside. As you can see, this place is very scruffy. Lots of weeds all over the place. We've got a back door and porch area, but for some reason this one doesn't have any rails on it, so God knows. And we've got some very small windows. This is going to take a lot of work, guys. A lot of work. Yeah, that is the outside. Okay, I think it's time we do the inside tour. Now these are always interesting to see what you're really in for. According to the game, that is still a perfectly usable settee because it's got the outline on it. When it's white, it's rubbish, and when it's not, when it's pink, it means it's still usable furniture. So according to the game, that is still usable as well. I'm going to turn my torch on so you can see, but there's a lot of like damage to this place. I think they changed the story ever so slightly because they said due to like the person not being, you know, what was the word, a very careful person, that they caused it all to burn down. But I think in the actual like story when I think they've updated it because I distinctly remember them saying it was because she'd left an iron on or something. She was ironing a dress and then it burnt down. But I can't remember. I think that's either something that they used to have or I'm making it up and I'm getting confused with something else. So don't quote me, whatever you do. But yeah, this is apparently a corridor, but I guess this is room number 3. We've seen the kitchen, so this must be the bedroom. Okay, it's a decent size. And finally, as we go through the house, we got the bathroom as well. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's got plenty of rubbish and so on. But yeah, that's the before tour. I know I'm zipping through, but it's because I'm in a very like kind of an urgent state. My brain's just like, yes, I must do everything as quick as I can. But I hope that's enough detail for you all. As I said before, I always like to know what the property looks like before people start renovating. I like to see all the knickknacks and everything that's everywhere. But I don't know whether that's just a me thing or a general people thing. So I'm going to continue to include them because it makes me happy. And I hope you guys enjoy it as well. But without further ado, shall we get on with doing the garden so we can actually start the challenge? But yeah, here's a quick tip for any of you who have just recently got the garden expansion pack. It is much quicker when removing weeds and molehills to use the lawnmower. I'll demonstrate in a second over here. As you can see, there's quite a few weeds that you have to pick up. And doing it by hand, you have to pick up each individual weed. So if you're just trying to get the job done, the best way to do it is to literally use the lawnmower because it will just like power through them. However, you do have perk points in the game, and if I go over to the right thing, you can ignore all this. I was using all of this in my build of the office earlier. You got perk points here, which I'll go over to the flower for gardening. You have, obviously I've unlocked them all, as I said, I played the game before, but you have like set goals that you have to do for each of these perk points. And if you use the lawnmower to get rid of weeds instead of just individually picking them up like I'm doing here, it won't count towards it, I don't believe. So you kind of have to pick and choose. So if you're just going through doing like the jobs and stuff and you just want to get it done as quickly as possible so you can get that payday, so you can get to the part that you want to do, which is renovating your own properties, then the best way to go about it is the lawnmower. But if you're actively trying to get the perks, then you best do it by hand until you've got the perks that you want to do. But honestly, I wish somebody told me when I first started the game to like try and spec into getting a lawnmower upgraded as much as possible, because it does honestly save so much time and my sanity. After you've played like a good 4 hours, you just are like, I don't want to be bothered. So honestly, you really got to pick and choose how you want to play the game, but for quickness, stick with the lawnmower. Okay, I think I've managed to do the entire lawn. I'm just going to do a quick run round just to check it's all gone. As far as I can tell, it has done. As you can see, I've not done anything to the outside of the house. It still looks just as grubby, and I've left the front porch as it were. So now I know it's taking me roughly about 9.5 minutes. I'm just going to wait till it's at 10 minutes so it's easy to time. But you know, as you can see, the entire house is done, and well, I say done, the garden's done. So without further ado, should we get on with renovating the house? Okay, so our official start time for this challenge is 10 minutes and 20 seconds. So without further ado, let's get started. Clean up first. Clean is always the best way to go. We'll start with clean up. We'll do the outside. I think I might do this in a slightly different order to how I normally do, because normally I renovate the inside and then I do the outside, but I think for now I'm going to just do the outside first and get it all sorted so I know that it's all clean, and all the dirt that I can see on the map is definitely from indoors. Because it could sometimes be a little bit confusing as to whether or not something is dirt on the outside or on the inside, and even the game can't tell sometimes, so it's going, what are you doing? I know it's making no difference visually to the wall, but as you can see on the mini map at the top, some of the dirt is disappearing, which means it is dirt on these walls. And I'm so glad that they added in a hose pipe so that I can easily like clean windows and walls and stuff, because before you used to have to get just a brush and kind of like brush the ceiling and jump so that it would clean it. The hose pipe came as part of like the garden expansion pack, and it is one of the best things they've added for cleaning up outside. Like honestly, it makes such a difference, and you wouldn't think it would, but it does. I can't tell where this dirt is because I can't actually see it on the house itself, so I'm just kind of guessing off the mini map at the moment. There you go, I think that's got it all. And up here on this roof, just check up here too. Alright, I think that is that done. Okay. Oh wait, is that dirt on the outside or the outside? Okay. If there is any more dirt on the outside, I'll just have to go over it later. But I'm gonna, you know what, to save myself the time, I'm gonna delete all the windows now, because we all know I'm going to be changing them. I really hate these small windows. You can't open them. They're always dirty and they let like no light in. So I'm just going to go around and delete them all. I know I've deleted, that's the back door. Don't worry, don't panic. I can still get into the place. I haven't made the same mistake as last week. I'll leave that door there as well. Okay, store. Let's go on to, I'm going to do the walls outside so I know that the walls are done. As you can see, the area around here, they've got paneling, so I'm going to use paneling so it blends in as best as I can. Let's go with walls, panels. This one, I think it's this one. We'll use this one. Let's go buy it. We'll worry about selling them later. Okay, I'm going to stop waffling so I can speed through. One of the features I'm so glad they added is the ability to place more than one tile down at a time. Now I know you used to be able to pick up more than one tile and stuff and perk points and stuff, but you only used to, you could spec into placing them faster and whatnot and being able to hold more, but it wasn't until recently that I know of that they had this feature where you could place like more than just one row. And it saves so much time, and I'm so glad they've added it in, because it makes challenges like this actually like feasible for someone like me who spends a lot of time confused and faffing about what they want to do. It actually makes them possible, which is a good thing, I think, in the long run. It makes the game a bit more accessible as well, because for people who don't have a lot of patience, this kind of game can be quite tedious. So I think it opens up like the game's market as well. So I think it was a good idea. Definitely a feature I approve of anyway. Whether my opinion counts or anything or not is a different story, but I'm not a game developer, so I don't know how much effort something like that would have taken to put in. Maybe it was a lot, maybe it wasn't. We'll never know unless you're like into that kind of stuff, but either way I appreciate it nonetheless, because it's just those small features that make such a big difference and like how a game feels and how it plays. I've forgotten all the buttons because I was playing a different game, and now I'm panicking trying to remember which one it is. And I will never ever buy step ladders in this game. I refuse, because it's just in my head for some reason. It's so much easier just to try and like awkwardly line it up so that I could get it in the right place than it is to just buy a ladder, which at this point seems frivolous, but it's the way I am. I refuse out of sheer stubbornness at this point. See, I can get it up there, and I don't have to buy a ladder, and I don't have to, you know, sell it again. Can I have this, please? So I can go to the other side. I haven't done the roof over there. Okay, quick. I've only got a few minutes. I swear it's fine. Okay, can I get it on here? Is this gonna work? Oh, I had it then. For a second, come on. The game's not sure. Hang on, I'll put down the bigger pile so I've got a bit more height and then try it. It's such a waste of time. I'm gonna get so many like people are gonna be there like, you could have just done this way faster if you didn't spend forever doing that, but oh well, it's not you playing the game, it's me, and I make my own rules, I do things my own way. Right, I think that's the whole outside panel. I'll do a run round later once I've got it all. In we go, quick. Turn a light on so we can see. Okay, now it's time for my favourite part, which is selling absolutely everything. Once they're sold, I will stop and do a run round so you can see what it all looks like. But without further ado, I'm going to stop rabbiting so I can speed through this bit too. Okay, this is what I have so far. I've cleaned up everything. This floor can't be cleaned. I have to change it later. Look, it won't be cleaned up with the broom. So I've done the best that I can. I've gone round and I've fixed all of these little sockets. You can see the little green dots on the top of the map. They were originally red. So I've gone through and I've cleaned everything. I replaced the front door with a new one. And I've also changed some of the layout so that I'm ready for the next section. I added some back door in, some nice glass so that we can see the outside. And again, in its original place, I've just changed the layout of the bathroom slightly, and that I've made the door a little bit narrower. Again, I've fixed the plugs in here as well. The only sad thing is like, for example, what I was going to do over here was I was going to smash this wall and bring it in one, but I can't build against where that little socket is, so that was that idea. Out of the drain. Out of the drain? Down the drain. I don't want it to come out of the drain, it will smell. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get on with the next bit. The time according to my phone is officially 45 minutes, 35 seconds, so I've got just over 10 minutes per room, so wish me luck. the timer. So I'm just going to quickly go around and assemble everything like the radiators and blinds, which I'm not including in the time, and then I'll give you a quick house tour. Okay, I've officially finished the house. I know there's a bit of difference in time, but it took me longer to assemble the items than I thought, and I've also made a little change to the outside. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, oh, that's part of the renovation. However, if you remember at the start, I did say that no changes to the garden count towards the time, so I'm not including it in the time. But I thought, since I had taken the effort to mow the lawn, I may as well make the front look a bit nicer. So without further ado, are you ready for the final reveal? Okay, so this is the outside. As you can see, I've made a little garden. These light up, they're so cute. And I got a little rocking chair, because we all have a little bit of a rocking chair outside. I just thought I'd make it a bit more pleasant. I've gone for black and white windows to kind of match with the vibe of the neighbourhood, as I thought that would be important. But as you can see all around, that's supposed to be a white one, but I don't know why it isn't. Don't ask me why. It's just the different texturing that it says white. And I've also done the little back area so that they could have a barbecue and a little seating area, and I've restored the fencing as well. But yeah, this is the outside. I've stuck with the main white panels, but I thought I'd make it a little bit more cheery for those who are coming to view the house, because I didn't want to make this look like it was just a quick renovation of everything was just painted white, you know. All of it was just smacked together. Instead, I wanted to make it look a little bit more homely so it still fits in with my same style. But yeah, without further ado, shall I show you the inside? Okay, so this is room number 1. Just going to turn the lights on to make it a little bit brighter in here. But yeah, as you can see, we've got a little area for shoes and coats and stuff. And then we go into our combined living and dining room area. It makes me so sad to see that it's not as like decorated as I would normally have things. Like I'd normally have all these shelves filled with stuff, but I guess that's the price you pay when you're doing a speed challenge. Got a TV, at least I got the controller for the TV, that always gets lost. A small narrow dining area, again, couldn't really fit too much in here. I tried to like give enough space to be able to sit in the chair with the radiator there. And then this is the kitchen. Did I put the light switch on the right side? I did. So some of you might notice this looks slightly different. When I was doing the assembling of the blinds and stuff, I may have added in a couple of small bits and pieces, like a washing basket and a bin, just because I feel like it just adds a little bit more. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't have enough time to put the cupboards in up here with the time challenge that I was doing. As I was saying, I didn't quite have enough time to put the cupboards up, which is unfortunate, but obviously I would make that have a load of storage, so there was plenty of space in the cupboard, plenty of cupboard space. But other than that, we've got everything that we could need, which is an oven and, you know, a sink, so you can do your dishes and they can have their own dish rack and whatnot. This is the bathroom. As you can see, I've added in the blinds. I also added in a couple of plants, as I thought that wouldn't take very long to do and would also make the place look a bit more cheery. But the blinds do open and close, which I like. Same as the windows, they open and close. Let plenty of air in. I've gone for a nice, I can't close this window now. I've gone for a nice like bright colour in here, and I've gone for a slightly darker tile and just brightened it up and made it look a bit more colourful to add a bit more personality to the place. You've got your old bits and pieces like a towel rail and so on in here as well. And this is the bedroom. I'm just going to turn the light on again to brighten up. Did I not put a light switch in? I didn't put a light switch in the bedroom. There's one room, it's incomplete. I always forget something simple, and today it's a light switch. Where's the one I was using? Is it this one? The modern light switch? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, this is the bedroom. I've gone for bright greens and stuff again to add a bit more character, personality. We got a small little plant down here in the corner. We got our big bed, a little sitting area. We've got plenty of storage space with this wardrobe as it opens up both sides and provides a mirror. Even though we've already got a mirror, you can't have too many. And I thought I'd make it a bit more homely by adding in a painting of a forest again to tie in with the theme of this room. But yeah, the only thing that is my pet peeve in here is these curtains, and I'll show you why. I closed them all. Is that they don't quite cover up this little gap, but I can't put the long ones in because it won't fit. So unfortunately, we just gotta live with the fact that our curtains are slightly short. But I know I've been springing all over the place, so I'm just gonna go through slowly so you can see it all. Right now then, this is the time that I pretend to be a realtor in that I am putting this house up for market. So if I were to put it up for market, this would be the description I would give it. This bungalow was once a lovely family home. However, given its previous occupants' carelessness, it soon became a bowed down mess. Thus, our lovely renovation team has taken the time to rebuild it and restore it to its previous glory. Now featuring one master bedroom with a beautiful cedar finish on the furniture and light bright walls reminiscent of green fields and forest. In addition, this property also contains a compact but fully functional living and dining area, adjacent to a fully equipped kitchen featuring both a washing machine and tumble dryer. So young families have all the capability to handle all of life's challenges and all the washing such a family would produce. Finally, at the back of the property, there is a beautiful and fully restored bathroom containing a joint shower and bathtub and additional space for storage if needed. So this property, now restored to its previous character, is wonderful for a small family looking to get started on their journey. Okay, I think it's time we see how much we could sell this house for. So I'm going to put it onto auction. I'm not going to put it in for the garden because the garden will give you extra cash, and obviously I've not really done the garden, so I don't want to put it in to get judged. As I don't think that would be fair, considering all I'm doing is just the house itself. So the original house price was £27,019.17. The renovation cost overall was, well, renovation cost is roughly about £2,000 and furniture brought was roughly about £6,500. Yes, I am rounding up. But furniture sold was about, let's just say, 3,500, so about 3,000 less than what we bought, and we can sell the house without negotiating at about £41,000. Let's see if we can negotiate a little bit higher for this house. See, this is one thing that never makes sense to me. As you can see on his negative opinions, the last one, it says there's no TV, not good. Hey, where are the speakers? But I do actually have a TV, so I don't understand where that comes from. Sometimes the game does this, it gives you negative opinions that don't exactly fit, and again, there's no private space only for myself. Well, isn't that what a bedroom is for? I don't know how to match that, so oh wow, let's see if we can negotiate with him. This guy tends to be a little bit stingy, and that every time I've negotiated with him in the past, he's never ever given it to me. He just goes, no, you're not having it. Let's see, 3,000 seems like a fair amount to ask. It's a third of what my profit would be. And he'll take it. So overall we made a profit of £13,324.17. And he accepted the offer. Okay, and there you have it. So the total time for my project, if you take my start and end times into consideration. So my start time was 10 minutes and 20 seconds officially, and then my end time was 1 hour, 10 minutes and 32 seconds. So unfortunately I wasn't able to renovate the house in exactly an hour, but an hour and 12 seconds, I think I'm going to give myself that. So as you all saw, for an hour's worth of work we were able to make over £13,000 profit. Now I wish that was real life, because honestly I'd take that job any day. I don't know what kind of magical paint she's using that dries in less than an hour so that you could do the flooring and the rest of the house and all the electrics and the plumbing and so on. But whatever magical power she's using, I really want to know. But yeah, I think overall I did a fairly good job considering my usual penchant for taking forever to do houses. And it was really kind of hard to think about how I wanted to lay the house out, because as I mentioned, I didn't want to just paint everything in white and, you know, have like grey floors and white furniture and so on, because I feel that that's the easy way out almost. Like, I know it's a look, it's a very modern look to have like white walls everywhere, but I always like a bit of colour in my house, so I feel like if you're going to renovate a place, you want to put a bit of your personality into it. Now I guess some people will probably be like, well, that's not the point actually, because it will hurt like the ability to resale, but this is a game, not real life. So overall I think I did a fairly good job, and it was quite enjoyable actually, having the time pressure almost, because usually when I play I take my time and I'm there like thinking everything through, whereas this time I had to really think about what was the most important things to put down, and you know, what was really what I wanted in the place, what I wanted it to look like, because I wanted it to still look like a home without all the knickknacks and pieces that I would usually put in. But yeah, as I said, the total time, I was very close to an hour if you exclude the time for the garden, which I did, and also the assembling, because as I say, that can take a long time to do. And so yeah, I think I did a fairly good job. Please let me know how you think I did and whether you think you could do any better and what you would do differently. And as always, I hope you've all been well. Please leave your suggestions for further challenges in the comments down below, and if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.